What if I told you that Hollywood just witnessed one of the most shocking statements in recent memory? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, one of the biggest stars on the planet, just said something that left millions speechless, dismissing the idea that divine intervention had anything to do with his success. His exact words: no one gave me a shortcut, not even God. And that's when everything took a bizarre turn, because just days later, another Hollywood megastar, Pratt, responded in a way that sent the internet into a frenzy. Without ever mentioning The Rock by name, he made a statement that felt like a direct counterpunch. I wouldn't be here without God. I've had moments in my life where I knew I wasn't in control. Fans immediately connected the dots. Was this a coincidence, or was Hollywood's most unexpected ideological battle unfolding right before our eyes? But here's where things get really weird. During another one of The Rock's interviews, something completely unexplainable happened. The lights flickered, the temperature in the room reportedly dropped. Audience members swore they felt a chilling presence. And The Rock himself? For the briefest moment, he looked shaken. He laughed it off, but the internet wasn't buying it. Was this just a technical glitch, or was it a message, one that went far beyond Hollywood? And then there's Pratt's eerie reaction. When asked about the flickering lights, he didn't deny or confirm anything. He simply smirked and said, "Let's just say, I know someone who works in mysterious ways." What did he mean? Was he hinting at something the public doesn't know? And most importantly, was this whole situation really just a coincidence? Or are we witnessing something much bigger happening behind the scenes? One thing's for sure, you need to see this before it disappears. So if you love uncovering Hollywood's most shocking moments, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and stick with us. Because what we're about to reveal might just change the way you see your favorite celebrities forever. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has always been the epitome of hard work and resilience. From his days as a struggling football player to becoming one of Hollywood's highest-paid actors, his journey is nothing short of legendary. But during a recent TV interview, he dropped a statement that sent shockwaves across social media. No one gave me a shortcut, not even God." The room fell silent. The interviewer, visibly caught off guard, hesitated before responding, and in that moment millions of fans, especially those who hold faith close to their hearts, felt a sudden shift in perception. Was The Rock simply emphasizing his relentless hustle, or was this a direct rejection of divine influence? Almost instantly, the internet erupted. Some applauded his raw honesty, calling it a motivational message about perseverance. "He's right. Success isn't handed to you. You have to earn it," one fan tweeted. But others weren't so sure. Religious communities, faith-driven celebrities, and even longtime admirers questioned the implications behind his words. After all, Hollywood is no stranger to actors crediting their success to a higher power. From award speeches to personal testimonies, faith often plays a crucial role in shaping celebrity narratives. So why would The Rock choose to separate himself from that? Was this just an offhand remark, or was he deliberately challenging the idea of divine intervention? But here's where things get even more intriguing. Johnson's statement wasn't just a single sentence. He doubled down. When pressed further about his rise to fame, he reinforced his stance. "I worked my ass off every single day. Nobody saved me. I built my career with my own hands, my own sweat, and my own sacrifice." If there was any doubt before, it was now crystal clear. The Rock wasn't leaving any room for misinterpretation. This was a direct statement of self-reliance, completely stripping away any notion of fate, luck, or divine blessing. And yet, as powerful as his words were, they immediately sparked an unintended consequence: comparisons to another Hollywood star who holds a very different belief. Enter Pratt. The moment The Rock's interview went viral, fans started drawing connections. Pratt, known for being outspoken about his faith, has always credited God for his success, and as fate, or irony, would have it, just days after Johnson's statement, Pratt made a public remark that seemed to counter everything The Rock had said. Was it just a coincidence? Or was this Hollywood's newest ideological battle playing out before our eyes? One thing was certain. This was no longer just about personal beliefs. It was about influence, public perception, and the battle between self-made success and faith-driven destiny. But the controversy didn't stop there. Just when things seemed to settle, an unexpected and downright bizarre incident took place during The Rock's next interview. The lights flickered, the temperature in the room dropped. A few audience members even swore they felt something off. Was it just a technical malfunction, a mere coincidence? Or was this something more, a cosmic reaction to his words? That's when things got really strange, and the debate took an eerie, almost supernatural turn. While The Rock's words were still making waves, Chris Pratt took a very different approach in a separate interview. Sitting across from the host, he was asked about his journey to success, and his response couldn't have been more contrasting. "I wouldn't be here without God," he said, his tone firm yet introspective. "I've had moments in my life where I knew I wasn't in control." The room, which had been filled with casual conversation just moments before, grew quiet. It was a subtle but powerful declaration, and it immediately sent the internet into a frenzy. Fans quickly connected the dots. This wasn't just a general statement about faith. Was Pratt indirectly responding to The Rock's bold claim? What made this moment even more fascinating was the way Pratt delivered it. He never mentioned Johnson by name. There was no call-out, no direct challenge, just a quiet reaffirmation of his beliefs. But in Hollywood, where perception is everything, subtlety can be just as powerful as an outright confrontation. The contrast was undeniable. Two of the industry's biggest stars, two vastly different philosophies. One was preaching absolute self-reliance, while the other was crediting a higher power, and that's when the online battle truly began. Social media users flooded comment sections, debating who had the right perspective. Some accused Pratt of pushing his beliefs onto others, while others saw his statement as a necessary counterbalance to The Rock's hardline stance. But was this really just about personal beliefs? Or was there something deeper at play? Hollywood has always been a battleground of ideologies, where narratives are carefully crafted to shape public perception. And let's not forget, Pratt has faced criticism before for his open discussions on faith. In a town where spiritual beliefs often take a back seat to industry politics, standing firm on religion can be controversial. Some even speculated that Pratt's response was a strategic move, a way to reassert himself amid growing scrutiny. But was he simply speaking his truth, or was there an underlying message directed straight at The Rock? And here's where things get even stranger. As Pratt's words spread, fans began digging up past interviews, looking for more clues. What they found was chilling. Years ago, Pratt had described a moment in his life where he felt divine intervention push him toward success. A moment that, in his eyes, proved that God had a direct hand in his journey. Was this the ultimate counterpoint to The Rock's claim of self-made success? Was this an ideological battle unfolding in real time, with Hollywood's biggest stars unknowingly caught in the middle? Then, just as the debate reached a boiling point, something truly bizarre happened. During The Rock's next interview, the energy in the room shifted. The lights flickered. The temperature reportedly dropped. Some audience members claimed they felt an eerie presence. At first, it seemed like nothing more than a technical glitch, but as footage circulated online, theories exploded. Was this a coincidence, a warning, or something else entirely? And what happened next only fueled the mystery further. Just when the controversy seemed to be settling, something completely unexpected happened. Dwayne Johnson was in the middle of another high-profile interview, addressing his latest blockbuster, when a bizarre glitch interrupted the broadcast. The studio lights flickered once, then twice before briefly cutting out. For a split second, everything went dark. A few muffled gasps could be heard from the audience, followed by an awkward pause. The Rock, always quick on his feet, laughed it off. "Looks like someone upstairs isn't a fan of what I said," he joked. But as the camera refocused, his expression told a different story. There was something in his eyes, a brief moment of hesitation, maybe even unease. He moved past it quickly, but the internet wasn't about to let it go. Within hours, the clip went viral. Fans began dissecting every second of footage, and the theories started pouring in. Some were convinced it was nothing more than a technical hiccup. Studio lights fail all the time, but others weren't so sure. One audience member claimed that right before the flickering started, they felt an icy chill rush through the room. Another insisted they heard a strange static hum in the audio feed, almost like a whisper. And then there was the biggest claim of all. Someone online pointed out that this wasn't the first time something like this had happened. Apparently, similar eerie occurrences have been documented in the past when celebrities made bold, controversial statements about faith. Was this all just a series of coincidences, or was something or someone trying to send a message? And here's where it gets even weirder. The flickering lights weren't the only thing that happened during that interview. A journalist who was present later revealed a chilling detail that hadn't been caught on camera. According to them, moments before the lights went out, The Rock seemed distracted. They described him subtly glancing over his shoulder multiple times, as if he felt something behind him. When pressed about it later, Johnson dismissed the entire incident as nothing but bad wiring. But body language experts who analyzed the footage weren't convinced. One even suggested that his reaction was that of someone experiencing genuine discomfort, almost as if he sensed something off, but didn't want to acknowledge it on live television. And let's not forget, this all happened just days after his controversial statement rejecting divine influence in his career. Was it all really just a coincidence, or was there something supernatural at play? Many online users took to social media to draw their own conclusions. Some saw the event as divine irony, an eerie, cosmic way of challenging Johnson's claim. Others went full conspiracy mode, theorizing that Hollywood itself was entangled in something far bigger than anyone realized. Regardless of which side people were on, one thing was clear. This wasn't just about what The Rock said anymore. It had escalated into something far more mysterious. But the strangest part? Chris Pratt's reaction to the whole thing. At a red carpet event just days after the flickering lights incident, a reporter asked him if he had seen what happened during Johnson's interview. Instead of a simple answer, Pratt smirked and said, "Let's just say, I know someone who works in mysterious ways." He left it at that. No explanation, no clarification. Was this just a casual remark, or did he know something the rest of us didn't? And more importantly, was this whole ordeal over? Or was it just the beginning of something even bigger? The moment footage of The Rock's flickering light incident hit the internet, the controversy exploded to new heights. This was no longer just a debate between two Hollywood stars. It had become a full-blown cultural discussion. Fans, critics, and even fellow celebrities started weighing in. Was this just an unfortunate coincidence? Or was there something more at play? Social media became a battlefield, with one side arguing that Johnson's success was purely the result of his work ethic, while the other insisted that dismissing faith in such a public manner had unintended consequences. Late-night hosts made jokes. Religious commentators took it as a cautionary tale. Even conspiracy theorists jumped in, dissecting every frame of the footage for clues. And then came the big question, the one no one in Hollywood could ignore. Is success in the entertainment industry purely about effort, or does faith play a role? This wasn't just about The Rock and Chris Pratt anymore. Their contrasting views had reignited an age-old debate, forcing everyone to pick a side. Some actors came forward, sharing their own beliefs on the matter. Mark Wahlberg, known for his strong Catholic faith, subtly hinted at his perspective, saying, "I know who I give credit to for everything in my life." Meanwhile, others praised The Rock's self-made philosophy, arguing that attributing success to external forces could diminish personal effort. But no matter which stance people took, the tension was undeniable. Then came another strange twist, one that made things even harder to dismiss. A well-known Hollywood journalist who had been covering the controversy shared an eerie experience of their own. During an unrelated red carpet event, they claimed to have seen a sudden, unexplained power outage while discussing The Rock's comments with other reporters. "It was like the universe itself was listening," they wrote in a cryptic tweet. Was this just paranoia, or was it further evidence that something larger was happening behind the scenes? The more people tried to move past the flickering lights incident, the more strange occurrences seemed to surface. But here's the part that really got people talking: Chris Pratt's cryptic response. When asked directly about The Rock's interview and the eerie events that followed, Pratt didn't deny or confirm anything. Instead, he simply smirked and said, "Let's just say, I know someone who works in mysterious ways." The ambiguity of his answer only fueled speculation. Did he mean God? Did he know something about the strange technical issues that no one else did? Or was this just a well-timed moment of trolling? The internet ran wild with theories, dissecting every detail of his expression, his tone, even the way he paused before speaking. With tensions running high, the Hollywood debate was no longer just about who was right or wrong. It had turned into something bigger, something almost cinematic in nature. The Rock's declaration of total self-reliance, the eerie incident during his interview, and Chris Pratt's subtle but undeniable counterpoint. It all felt like a script straight out of a Hollywood thriller. But was this really just a public disagreement? Or were we witnessing something that defied explanation? One thing was certain: the story wasn't over yet. And what happened next would only make things even more surreal. At this point, we've seen it all. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's bold declaration, Chris Pratt's subtle but powerful response, the eerie flickering lights, and the Hollywood-wide debate that refuses to die down. But now, the question isn't just about what happened, it's about what it all means. Was this just a series of strange coincidences? Or was there something deeper at play, something beyond what we can see? That's where you come. This isn't just another celebrity feud. This is a conversation that shakes the very foundation of what we believe about success, faith, and the unseen forces that may, or may not, shape our lives. So what do you think? Think about it. The Rock, a symbol of unstoppable work ethic, dismisses divine influence. Days later, an unexplained event occurs during his interview, throwing his words into question. Meanwhile, Chris Pratt, a Hollywood rarity in his open faith, delivers a response so perfectly timed that fans can't help but see it as a rebuttal. And now, even the industry itself is split. Some call it fate, some call it karma, some say it's nothing but media hysteria. But what if we're looking at something even bigger? A hidden truth Hollywood doesn't want you to see? And let's not forget the moment that truly turned this from a simple controversy into an ongoing mystery. Pratt's cryptic statement. "I know someone who works in mysterious ways." What did he mean? Was he simply reaffirming his faith? Or was there a deeper layer to his words? Was he hinting at something he knows but can't openly say? If we've learned anything from Hollywood's history, it's that nothing is ever as simple as it seems. What if this entire situation is a piece of a bigger puzzle, one that we're only beginning to uncover? Now, it's time for you to be part of the discussion. Was the flickering light just a glitch, or was it a sign? Was The Rock's statement pure self-confidence, or was it a challenge to something greater? Was Chris Pratt's response a coincidence, or was it a calculated moment that changed the narrative? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you side with The Rock's message of self-made success? Or do you believe, like Pratt, that divine forces are always at work behind the scenes? And if you love diving into Hollywood's biggest controversies, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Because trust me, this is just the beginning. There are more shocking truths, hidden stories, and mind-blowing moments coming your way, and you won't want to miss a single one. Now it's time for you to decide. Was this all just a coincidence, or is there something bigger happening here? Did The Rock's statement really challenge something beyond Hollywood? Was the flickering light during his interview just bad wiring, or was it a sign? And what about Chris Pratt's cryptic response? Was he simply standing by his beliefs, or did he know something the rest of us don't? One thing's for sure, this story has sparked a massive debate, and we want to hear your thoughts. Do you believe success is purely about hard work, like The Rock says? Or do you think, like Chris Pratt, that there's a greater force guiding everything behind the scenes? Drop your opinion in the comments below. Let's see which side you are on. And if you love uncovering Hollywood's biggest mysteries, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because trust me, this is just the beginning. We have even more shocking stories coming your way, and you won't want to miss a single one. Speaking of shocking, what if I told you that another major celebrity recently had a similar eerie experience, but the footage was mysteriously taken down? Click here to watch our next video and see what Hollywood doesn't want you to know.